This is interesting as well. The tightest competition for the 53-man, and Mac, who we use his tweets a lot, thinks it's the safety spot between DeAnthony Bell, Ronnie Hickman. Hickman flashed last game against Washington, 2 INTs. Bell last year was the first undrafted free agent to make the 53-man in the Barry era, logged 60% of the special teams snaps. The one thing I would, and somebody else pointed this out, and I think it's a valid point, everything else being equal, Ronnie Hickman is 4 years younger, I think. Bell was an older guy, so you tend to err with the younger side because you think there's upside with it.
Yeah, that's the ultimate tiebreaker. I think Bell's 26 now. He's only in his second year. But if you watch that last game, they both brought different things to the table. Bell was flying around like a demon out there. And then, Hickman got his hand on 2 balls, that's valuable. I think the ultimate tiebreaker will come down to who can provide Bubba Ventrone more value on special teams. Because whoever that last safety is going to be, they're going to cut their teeth on the special teams, kick coverage units, stuff like that. But Hickman being younger, I think, gives him the edge.
Yeah, and Bell did show up a little bit on special teams. As he pointed out, 60% of his snaps were special teams, so he was a special teams guy. What are some of the other roster spots that you're intrigued to see? I like the signing of Jordan Wilkins. That's a young guy that's done some things with the Colts when given the opportunity.
Yeah, the third string running back, whoever's going to be that third down back, I think that's intriguing. I think still until someone takes it from him, I think it's going to be Felton's. But honestly, the most intriguing thing to me is what are they going to do with Alex Wright? Because that's going to open up a spot depending on how they handle his injury and depending on what his trajectory is to coming back. Because there's a lot of guys in that edge room, man, and they might be able to sneak someone on the roster if they use him as an IR designation to bring back or if he starts on the PUP. There's just a lot of moving pieces there that we don't know how they're going to play yet.
Marquise Goodwin is another one. We have heard no update on that, and it concerns me that we haven't heard an update, to be honest.
The longer we go without an update, the more it looks like he might miss significant time, if not the entire season. Blood clots are nothing to play around with. He's dealt with this issue earlier in his career. Other athletes like Chris Bosh in the NBA was forced to retire from having blood clots. It's a serious issue. And the longer we go with not hearing anything, it leaves it like an unknown. Same thing with Harrison Bryant, though. We don't even know what the issue is with Harrison Bryant because it's medical and HIPAA prevents them from talking about it. But he hasn't been practicing. He hasn't been doing anything. So his spot might be up in the air as well.